Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jasmine. It's nice to meet you. So we are back with another Halara collaboration. Although this video is sponsored, all the opinions are my own and they are honest. All of the items will be in the description box below, along with my measurements and discount code. You can use Jasmine20 to get yourself 20% off a full priced item. Sometimes finding the confidence in the gym starts with a really cute outfit. And I know some people don't agree with that. They're like, it comes with knowing how to do the activity right, but okay, sure, yeah, that's part of it. But I know that when I put on a really cute outfit, it hypes me up. Halara specifically designs their items for women like me who live an active lifestyle. Their UltraSculpt fabric is marketed as something that's very breathable and comfortable for everyday wear. It does have some compression though to keep you looking snatched. And they do offer versatile pieces in this fabric, which I'll get into in a minute. If you've ever been on Halara's website, they literally offer everything from leggings to pants for the office to dresses, all of which are created to provide like everyday comfort and support. So that being said, I'm gonna start off with the leggings that I got in the UltraSculpt fabric. We're gonna start with my favorite leggings. These are the SoCinched high-waisted tummy control leggings in the color Junebug. These are offered in a pretty wide size range, so it goes from extra small to 3X. There are also 3 lengths, so you have your full length, you have a 7/8, and then capris. Halara is pretty good with color options, so these actually come in 23 different colors. Some of my favorites are, of course, like the Junebug, falling gray purple, and blue flower gray. They're usually priced at $44.95, but you can find them on sale for $34.95 depending on when you're on the website, but you could also use the discount code that I have in my description if they are still marked as full price. Again, this is the color Junebug, and I got it in the full length in a size small. So here are the leggings on. Again, this is the UltraSculpt fabric, so it's got mild compression with 4-way stretch. It really does mold to your body pretty well, and it's breathable, sweat wicking. I wore these to the gym and they held up real great. So this is the waistband here. It does have a really nice V shape. It's really high-waisted. My belly button is here. If you have a shorter torso, these might be too long for you. Because of the compression, I would say it's pretty good with non-slip. I was doing a leg day in this and I only had to pull them up probably 2 or 3 times throughout an hour-and-a-half session. There isn't a front seam, which is perfect, so you don't have to have like a camel toe problem. I know some leggings that don't have a front seam still give you camel toe issues, but this fabric is pretty thick, so it kind of lays flat. It doesn't mold to your grooves, if you catch my drift. The gusset is also double layered. Maybe that also helps. Not 100% sure, but I'm just going to point that out. They do have 2 side pockets, so you have one left and right. I don't know why I explained that part because I feel like it's self-explanatory. The pockets are kind of far to the back though. I did notice when I went to put my phone in my pocket as I was lifting, I went to go like this and I was like, oh, it's a little, just a smidge further behind, but I don't think that's like a major problem. It just takes some getting used to when you go to reach. Like there's a little bit more shoulder work in there. As I mentioned, I got the full length, so this is where they stop on me. I imagine the 7/8 would probably be about here. As I mentioned, these didn't really slip down at all as I was working out. I'll do a couple squats for you guys. They do stay in place quite nicely, and there's a crazy amount of stretch. Again, like the waistband has good compression, but it's not suffocating me. Even in the thighs, there's a really good amount of stretch. The quads, like, come on now. And then in the glutes, not as much compared to the quads, but makes sense because this is already pretty stretched out. The seam by your glutes doesn't actually dig in, you know what I mean? Like if you're someone who's not a fan of the whole scrunch butt trend, I think these would be really good for you. They create minor separation down here, you know, but they don't actually go inside your crack. Sometimes when I go into the gym, I don't want my leggings up my butt all the time. These are definitely gonna be ones that I grab for, like pretty frequently. Besides loving the color, they just feel really good. They're nice and smooth, again, sweat wicking, very stretchy, and just flattering, period. Now we're gonna do the squat test with the Yeti sticker. I feel like I need a different way to do this, but here we are. Let's do left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek. So from a distance, that's where the sticker is, right about here. And this is natural lighting mixed with overhead lighting. And the lights that I have in this apartment are pretty warm, so just keep that in mind. Standing normally, slightly stretched with the leg bend, ultra stretched with the leg bend and fabric stretch. Okay, see? Squat. I don't know. Looking at them right now, I think they're doing okay. I mean, the fabric is thick, the color is dark, so it's gonna be harder to see in comparison to a lighter legging. Like, the first thing that you notice is the white in the sticker, which makes sense. I'd probably rate these like a 8 out of 10 compared to other leggings that I've tried before. So not bad. This is the second UltraSculpt legging that I have. This is the SoCinched high-waisted butt lifting legging. The size options are the same, so extra small to 3X. They have 3 different lengths. You have your full 7/8 and a capri. The color options are a little bit different with this one, so it's 20 different colors for the full length and the 7/8, but the capris only have, I think, 4 different colors. Same thing with the price, $44.95, but you can get them on sale for $34.95. I got myself the full length in a size small in the color grass gray green. These names are messing me up. Aren't these so cute on? Ew, they make my glutes look great. Okay, so speaking of glutes, it has some under glute compression. This fabric is very different than the rest of the material. So here it's pretty stretchy. I can't really pull this. It's pretty snug. The shape is really good. It goes literally right underneath my glute and lifts it up a little bit perky. There's a ruched seam at the back. So it's not like the traditional Alpha Elite scrunch or the Honor Active scrunch or something that you'd see from navigation. It's very, very minimal. And the seam doesn't actually go into your glutes, just like the other pair of leggings. It kind of just sits right there, but it does create a little bit more separation underneath. So you don't have a pancake ass. The waistband here does go into a V shape, which also makes your glutes look a little bit more round, which I love. It just looks like a little bubble butt. These also don't have a front seam. I didn't notice any camel toe issues. I wore these to the gym, not for a leg day, but I wore them for an upper body day. Still pretty sweaty. Didn't see any like major sweat marks, at least down in this area. The V shape does make your waist look a little bit more snatched. The compression is really good. So it's snug, but it's not squeezing the life out of me. The back also has that nice V shape and one small logo at the back. That's the only place you'll find branding on these. This also has the double layered gusset. Not sure if that like really helps a lot when it comes to things like camel toe, but didn't have an issue. So maybe? Just like the other leggings, these also do have pockets on the left and the right side. I'll grab my phone. So it fits. I'm pretty sure this is a 13. I don't even know. But yeah, it fits your phone. You could jump around, do some high knees, do some squats, and it doesn't really move all that much. Now, if you were to do some squats, you see it started to poke out just a little bit, but I personally wouldn't be doing squats in those or with my phone in my pocket because it's just uncomfortable when you hinge. I don't have to pull these up a lot. Now, when I squat, you could feel the band or the seam at the back start to go into your glutes and then it comes back out when you stand up straight. That could be annoying to some of you. It could, I don't know, like it feels a little bit weird because it's rubbing against my glutes. That could potentially cause a rash, maybe. Now it's time for the squat test, the Yeti test. This is what it looks like. Natural light mixed with overhead light with no stretch whatsoever. Now leg up and bent. See a little bit of the Yeti, leg bent and stretched. Yeti. Yes, you can read the lettering, but with any sort of leggings, my recommendation is to wear something that is skin tone so you don't have these issues. Slight squat, can you see anything? Again, these only come in 2, so it's gonna be this green or a black. I'm kind of considering getting myself a black pair because they just make my butt look scrumptious. Although these are a 7/8 legging, they fit more like a full length. So if you're on the shorter side and you're used to getting either a 7/8 or a capri, these leggings probably aren't gonna be the best for you. You're most likely gonna have to roll them up or cover the fact that they're longer with some high socks. Look at that. Especially compared to the other ones that were supposedly full length, these are a lot longer. Now we have a new fabric. This one is their Softlyzero fabric. These are crossover leggings, so meaning the band crosses. They're offered in extra small to 3X, 3 different lengths. Same thing with the previous leggings. They have less color options for the capris. So there are 9 color options for the capris and then 28 different color options for the full length and the 7/8 length. Regular price, they're $29.95, but you can find them on sale for $24.95. I got these in the full length, size small, in the color Cinnabar purple. Isn't it cute? I always forget how nice these feel when I put them on compared to the other ones. Not that the other ones are bad, but these are a very different fabric. Again, this is the Softlyzero fabric. It's very light, super buttery. Honestly reminds me more of like a Lululemon Align legging. Maybe not as brushed, but I'm thinking in terms of it being thin and breathable. Because these are a light color, you do see the sweat pretty quickly. So I'd recommend using these for like a nice Pilates day or maybe just a light yoga day. Also, I'm not someone who tends to wear a crisscross waistband. I just don't like my belly button out, but I do have to give it to them that it's a pretty high waistband for a crisscross band. Most crisscross bands that I've tried in the past come to about here. This one I will never do, but these do sit up pretty nice and high. Again, if you have a shorter torso and this looks a little bit too high for you, then probably pass or try to find other crisscross ones that sit a little bit lower, like right underneath the belly button. Because this material is pretty light and pretty thin compared to the ultra soft fabric, you do see a little bit more bumps and grooves. So I personally haven't had any issues with camel toe. Sometimes I will wear my normal thong with a panty liner and that kind of helps things, but even without one, I haven't noticed an issue. Obviously everyone's body is different though, so keep that in mind. I haven't noticed cellulite either. I was expecting it with these leggings because they're so thin, but I don't notice it. The back of the waistband is pretty thin and bendy, unlike the other ones. The band also goes kind of straight across compared to the other leggings that have more of a V shape. Again, this seam doesn't really dig into your glutes, it kind of just lays right on top, but you still have some really nice separation between the two cheeks, at least at the very bottom, so you're not working with a pancake. These also have pockets just like the other ones. The only issue with these pockets is it's not the depth, it's the fact that the material is very slinky. So like if your phone is in your pocket and you're doing a lot of jumps or something like that, it does start to pull them down just a little bit. So you're gonna have to do some readjusting if you prefer it to be higher waisted. If not, then fuck it, you know? The length is also pretty good. They sit right about here on me. These would be better for things like yoga or Pilates. I'm not saying that you don't sweat in either class, but as a performance legging, I think they'd be better for something like that versus doing things like CrossFit or bodybuilding in the gym. Yeti sticker. That's what it looks like. You can already start to read it. Shocker. These are very light leggings, so you would be able to see it with minimal to no stretch. This is one leg up. Again, this material is thin, so this isn't really surprising. And with lighter colors, you will be able to see it a lot easier. Like I say with every pair of leggings, nude or neutral thong is going to be better. I'll do a quick squat test. Here we have another purple option, but these are a lot deeper. This is their Patitoff fabric. Specifically, this is the crossover, I'm gonna have to look at my computer. This is the high-waisted crossover side pocket yoga legging. These aren't offered in as many sizes. It's extra small to extra large, but they still have the 3 different lengths. Certain colors are only offered in certain lengths though. So depending on the color, it might only be offered in the 7/8 length or the capri. They don't have the full length. These don't have as many color options. It's only 8 different colors in the full length and the 7/8. These are priced about the same as the first 2 leggings though, so it's $44.95, but you can find them on sale for $34.95. I feel like a broken record. I got these in a size small, long length, and this color is the gray plum purple. These leggings are very similar to the Softlyzero ones in terms of look and feel. These have the crossband as well. I do notice that the crossband on this sit a little lower naturally. I'm pretty sure I've hiked these up just as much as I did the other ones, but they really just want to show off my belly button. The very thing I don't want to show off. Anyway, these have the crossband in the front. It says like this very slight V shape, and then in the back, it kind of goes into another V. It's not as extreme as the other leggings. And then you have the 2 pockets, one on the left and one on the right. There's enough stretch to the pockets that I think you could fit a max or a plus in here. There isn't a front seam, so you don't have an issue of it running up your vagina. And I don't notice any camel toe issues. Same thing with these as the other ones. I'd prefer to wear seamless. If I don't wear seamless, because the material is so thin, you can see some of the lines and stuff like that, but I don't think that's anything major. The back is just a single seam. It doesn't really dig into the glutes, which is totally fine. And then these are a full length. So the length is pretty good. Fits just like the other ones. I don't really have a lot to say on these because they are so similar. When it comes to being squat proof, standing normally, that's what we're working with. Bend of the knee, you can start to see the white in some of the lettering. Bend of the knee with a stretch. You can read the Yeti. Again, this is like very dark letter on a white background, so you are gonna be able to read it a lot easier compared to something else. These are such a dark, rich plum purple that you wouldn't notice the darker underwear or something if you're wearing them. Still, I would always recommend to just wear nude or neutral thongs and you won't have this issue. But if you want a full coverage underwear with this, then knock yourself out. These leggings are very different than any legging I've tried from Halara before because they have mesh. These are their high-waisted zip pocket contrast mesh quick dry 7/8 workout leggings. Size options are extra small to extra large and they only have one length, the 7/8 length. It's in the name. They also don't offer many colors at all. It's literally this green or it's black. They're $44.95 and I got myself the size medium in the color Unripe olive green. I got myself the size medium because with mesh, I figured it was gonna be a little bit rigid and I wanted to make sure that there was enough stretch along my thighs and my calves, not my calves, my quads, so that when I'm working out, I don't feel like I'm gonna like break the mesh, you know? These are the only leggings with a front seam and I'm honestly surprised that the front seam is even there because I thought we got rid of front seams like 4 years ago, maybe even 5. Not saying that to hate on them, it's just I don't like a front seam because when I do position these properly, it does ride up a little bit and just draws more tension here. Hate that. But moving on, the front of the waistband has these 2 stitch details right here, which I think are cute, and it feeds into the lines, the contour on the side, which feeds into the mesh. This waistband isn't really that compressive compared to the other ones though. It does have a high waist, which I like to cover up the belly button, so my belly button's here. So there's like a good, let's say 1.5 inches of space. It just doesn't have the compressive feel like the other ones that have more of a ribbed band, or even the one in the beginning that I showed you that doesn't have a rib band, but it just cinches you in a little bit more. When you turn to the back, the band at the back is really, really high, and it's really high because you have this pocket here. I don't know who uses these. If you're someone who uses these back pockets, like what do you put in it? Like what activity are you doing? Are you just throwing a key back there? The band at the back does go straight across, but there's this extra seam or this extra stitch that has a curve to it that makes your glutes look a lot more plump than they may or may not be. The seam at the back, it just lays very flat against you. It doesn't go into your ass crack, so just keep that in mind if you want some more glute separation. This one lays kind of flat. I really do love this stitch down the side though with the mesh. These kind of remind me of leggings that I had from Paragon like years ago. When I was in college, I was obsessed with them. I mean, there was more mesh on the other ones, I think, if memory serves me correct, but I just like the way it swoops around your leg and creates this really beautiful shape. In terms of length, they're fine, just like all the other ones. It comes to about here on me. So yeah, very thin, lightweight. So I think these are a good option if you need something a little bit more breathable, because not only is the fabric really thin and lightweight, you have the mesh panel to add some extra breathability and airflow. Time for the squat. So here we're standing normal, so straight on, natural light, overhead light, and you can start to see it just a little bit depending on the angle. Now this is with a bend in the knee, so you have some extra stretch right here. You're gonna see some of the white and you're gonna see some of the letters, but it's not super obvious. Now this is with a stretch on stretch. You could read that clear as day. When it comes to leggings and them being squat proof, no legging is ever gonna be incredibly squat proof unless it's ultra thick and the color is really dark. So I think I'm a little bit more lenient when it comes to rating stuff on a squat proof scale or my squat proof scale is going to be different than someone else's, because I always recommend just wearing a nude or neutral thong and you're not going to have this issue. If you want to do full coverage, match it to your skin tone or match it to the color of the leggings so you don't have this problem either. Here we have another seamless like tummy control butt lifting legging. Specifically, the name is the Seamless Flow High-Waisted Tummy Control Butt Lifting 7/8 Yoga Legging. Size options are extra small to extra large. There's only one length, the 7/8. They have 5 different colors and the price is $24.95. I got myself the size medium in the color oil blue. Grabbed a medium because this was a different fabric than anything I've tried from Halara before, and I was a little bit concerned that it'd be very rigid, so I figured a medium would probably do me some good around my thighs and my glutes. So here are these. They are really, really stretchy. The compression is pretty solid, just like the first pair, but it doesn't squeeze you too tight. I'd say it's the same compression all throughout. You know how sometimes leggings will have like the 3 different tiers or 2 tiers? This is just one solid panel of compression, which I think is more comfortable. So the waistband does go straight across. There's no front seam. I don't have camel toe issues with this. This fabric is really, really stretchy, but it feels almost knit, so it doesn't mold to you in that way. And then the back Ooh, look at the back. It does have a band that goes into this V shape, but it also has a bunch of other contour details that accentuate your glutes really, really nicely. I can't get over this panel, this darker panel at the top, the lighter on the sides, and then it does sort of squeeze your glutes just a little bit, not like the other scrunch leggings. These are a lot more comfortable. The seam does go into your glutes a little bit, but if you do something like a squat, oh, actually, I was wrong. For a second, I thought that if you squat, it pops out of your glutes just like the other ones, but it stays in place. So yeah, the glute contour is just to die for. I actually asked for these in a gray, and they sent these, I think, by accident. So I might get the gray pair. There are just a few different types of material. This panel here is a different fabric than the legging itself. This is a different fabric, and then this panel actually runs all the way down to the bottom, which I think is actually pretty sick. Like, look at all the lines. They really do make your booty pop. The length is also pretty accurate, so 7/8 length. It does come to here. So if you're someone that's shorter than me, this is probably a good option for you. Now, when it comes to being squat proof, this is what it looks like without any sort of stretch. You can already read the Yeti. This is a light color. I think in a gray color, it'd be even more apparent. This is with a leg bent. You can definitely read it even more. And then leg bent with a stretch. So out of all the materials that we've seen today, this one shows the most. You can see that clear as day even with the single stretch. And I will squat real quick just so you guys can see what it could look like at the bottom of a squat. This isn't a full squat, but you get the idea. So I would be most careful with these when it comes to being squat proof. Like, it's not horrible when you're standing straight up, but you can still read it. And again, this is a mixture of natural light and overhead light. So if the lighting in your gym is a lot more harsh, then you're probably gonna be able to read it just fine. All right, we made it to the end of the video. I'm really glad that you guys stuck around. My favorite out of all the leggings has to be, and I'm gonna look down to read the name because it's really long, the Seamless Flow High-Waisted Tummy Control Butt Lifting 7/8 Yoga Leggings. Basically the ones that I got in oil blue that have that really good like scrunch butt effect. Although they're a 7/8 legging and I prefer full length, I really like the butt scrunch effect. Like, it really does make it look like your butt is like 10 times bigger than it actually is. Second would have to be the Patitoff leggings, the ones that I got in the color Junebug. First and foremost, it has pockets, which most of the leggings that I have these days don't have pockets, so I was really excited about that because I have a really bad tendency of just chucking my phone across the gym. And if you're a gym fan or if you're a gym rat, like, you probably do it too. I like that they're versatile. I like that the waistband compression does cinch you in, but it's not too compressive. I have a bunch of leggings that I cannot wear more than maybe 2 hours tops. These I could probably wear to the gym and then wear for a few hours after. I probably only had them on for a total of 3 hours or so, but I think I could have worn them longer because I didn't notice that they were bugging me even after I had my post-gym meal. So yeah, comment down below which leggings you gravitated towards most. Don't forget, if you're interested in purchasing anything, you could use my discount code Jasmine20 to get yourself 20% off full price items. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the leggings that you saw today. It could literally be anything on their website. All right, and that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. You might as well subscribe while you're at it and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss future uploads. I'm gonna go meal prep because it is Sunday and that's what I do every Sunday. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.